Okay, we're back. All right, continuing on with 7.2, I want to kind of start again where we were left off, seeing how many triangles can exist. So if we look, I'm going to give you angle A, 43.5 degrees. Side A is 10.7 inches. And side C, not B this time, C equals 7.2 inches. And you're asked to solve triangle ABC. Again, we have angle side, side. So we have to check to see, does a triangle exist? Is it 0, 1, or 2 triangles that exist? So we're going to start with the law of sine. We have an angle and a side opposite it. So we're going to plug in the law of sine. A over sine of angle A equals C, which we have as 7.2, over sine C. Cross multiplying, this is going to get redundant. You'll be able to do this very quickly. 7.2 sine 43.5 equals 10.7 sine C. We're going to divide by 10.7. Those cancel, so sine C equals, when we do all that math, we get 0.4631, etc., etc., etc. That's a decimal over there. Does it make a triangle? Yes, it does. So when we do the inverse of sine, and plug in this decimal number that's still in our calculator, we have angle C equals 27.6 degrees. We are happy. But from now on, when you find that angle, we need to check, does a second triangle exist? Okay? So we're always going to go over here to the side. We're going to kind of go up and say, what is 180 minus 27.6? Okay? When I subtract these two numbers, I get something 152.4. That is a possible C2. Okay, I'm still putting possible right there because we don't know if it will actually work. Now, what we do know is sine of 27.6, if you were to plug that in, you would get this decimal. If you plugged in sine of this 152.4, you get this exact same decimal. That's one fact that we know for sure. Okay? But now we're going to check to see, is that second triangle possible? Okay? I'm going to take this angle, 152.4, and add it to the given angle of 43.5. When you add those together, we get a number that is greater than 180 degrees. So I'm going to put a note. Only one triangle exists. We are happy. Okay? When your supplementary angle and the given angle, I'm going to put the stars like I did yesterday. When the supplementary angle and the given angle are more, how about let's say the sum to be more. That took away too much. Given angle, sum to more than 180. This is when I wish I could scroll at where I'm doing it. And I can't. I gotta walk back over here. So we're scrolling just a little bit. So if the supplementary angle and the given angle, sum to more than 180, only one triangle will exist. Okay? So there is no C2. Okay? So when I'm solving triangle ABC, I'm just going to finish going right here. Well, if C is 27.6, then can I find angle B? Okay, and I'm going to say 180 minus 43.5 minus 27.6, and when I subtract those, I get 108.9 degrees. That is B. Okay, so I've got the other two angles now. Can I find the third side? I'm going to scroll just a little bit more so I can keep it all on one page. Okay, so to find little b, I need the law of sine. I have an angle, a side and an angle opposite it, which was my A, that's 10.7, over sine 43.5 equals B over sine B. What is my sine B? It's right there, 108.9. We're going to cross multiply. We're going to solve for little b. And we get little b equals 14.7 inches. Okay, so when there's only one triangle, you'll have three answers, the other two angles and the missing side. Okay? Two pieces, one that I put yesterday, one that I did today. Knowing when one triangle exists and when two triangles exist are key. There will be times that I just ask you, here's three given information, an angle and two sides, and you have to tell me how many triangles exist. Are there 0, is there 1, or is there 2? Okay, so now we're going to do a few more problems to see, can you tell how many triangles will exist? We're going to do these together. We're going to find some numbers because I try not to make these up too often because you never know what happens. Angle A is 61.4 degrees. Side A is 35.5 centimeters. And side B is simply 39.2 centimeters. Can you solve at first how many triangles? Second, solve triangle ABC. With some extra random dots up there. Go ahead. What are you going to do first? Let you work for just a second. Before I start talking, I hope you've used the law of sine. I'm going to charge a calculator so I can use it. So I don't have to pull up the one on my computer every time. Okay, I'm going to start trying to work small so I can fit it all. 35.5 over sine 61.4 equals 39.2 over sine B. When we cross multiply, we have 39.2 sine 61.4. Some of you have already figured out. We can go ahead and shortcut and divide by 35.5 equals sine B. Okay? So, I hope everybody's done that much. So 39.2. Okay, never mind. I'm just going to do it on my board. Technology is not my friend today. I'm sorry. 39.2 sine 61.4. Enter, divided by 35.5. I get 0.969. etc., etc., etc. Does it make at least one triangle? Yes, it does, because this number is is less than 1. Now, when I hit inverse sine of second answer, we get 75. Angle B is 75.8 degrees. Everything has 3 sig figs. We're good, right? Do we need to check? Of course we need to check, Miss Evans, to see the supplementary angle. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug in what is 180 minus 75.8, and we get 104.2. So my supplementary angle to B, supplementary to the angle we just found, equals 104.2 degrees. Okay, now to check to see, okay, to see if this is going to make a second triangle, what do we have to do? We're going to say 180. Oh, sorry. We're going to see if it's more than, keep erasing more. 104.2 plus my given angle of 61.4. When these two add to 165.6, guess what that tells us? It's less than 180. So we have how many triangles? 2 triangles. So go there and answer that. How many triangles? 2. Okay, so now we have a B1 and a B2. Okay, here we go. Now we have to find the other angles and sides, okay, for both triangles. So now we have 2 answers. We need 4 more. Okay, so I'm going to scroll a little bit and start solving them. I'll try to do a left side in green for the first triangle and a right side in purple for the second triangle. Okay, so for B1, can I find the other angle? C1. So I'm going to add, sorry, I'm going to subtract 180 minus 61.4 minus 75.8. And I've got to go over here. So I say 180 minus 61.4 minus 75.8. And what do we get? 42.8. So C1 is 42.8 degrees. Okay. What about little c1? We're going to solve it by going to the law of sines. I'm going to use my side A, which is 35.5 over sine 61.4, and that will equal little c1 over sine of angle c1, which is 42.8. So c1, little c1 will equal, so here we go, I have 35.5 sine 42.8. Then I hit enter. Then I'm going to have to divide by sine 61.4. I'm going through this a little quicker now. I'm kind of expecting you to not keep up, but have done this enough that you know what we're doing. So my C1 would equal 27.5. What unit was I in? Gotta look back. I'm in centimeters. So 27.5 centimeters. Okay, so we have solved all of triangle 1. Okay? I'm going to minus that for a second, and then we're going to go to our second triangle. Okay? I have the B2 over here that is 104.2 degrees. We've solved for that. So So I'm going to go ahead and circle it. What about C2? So I'm going to say 180 minus 61.4. Angle A is not ever changing. So that was my angle A, and then minus B2. So C2 will equal, and I don't have a calculator. I'm going to scroll this way. Maybe I can do it over here. Enough. We'll see. 180 minus 61.4 minus 104.2. And we get 14.4 degrees. That is my C2, my angle C. And then for little c2, we're going to use the exact same law of sine that we did with the other. So we're going to have 35.5, which is side A, over sine of angle A, which those are not changing. They were given to you and cannot change. Over C2 divided by sine of the angle we just found, which is 14.4. When we plug all of that in our calculator, so I'm going to do cross multiply 35.5 sine 14.4. And then I'm going to divide by sine of 61.4. And that's going to give me the sine for the C2, which is 10.1 centimeters, approximately. Okay, so do we have all of our answers? For triangle 1, we have a B1, a C1 angle, so that's our third three angles, and we have our other side length. For the second possible triangle, we have B2, C2, and the side C2. We have 6 answers if there are 2 triangles, okay? I hope you were able to follow along with that. We're going to keep going. I'm going to give you one more to decide if it is 0 triangles, 1 triangle, or 2 triangles. Okay, here we go. Angle B is 68.7 degrees. Side B is 25.4 inches. And little a is 19.6 inches. 2 questions again. How many triangles? And then solve triangle A, B, C. Okay? I'm going to give you just a few seconds, or you can pause it, work on it on your own, and then fast forward and see if you get the same answer. That's a good idea to do. But the longer I go, the longer it takes to do this. So here we go. 25.4, so B over sine B. 68.7 equals A, side A, over sine A. Don't forget the rules. This is A over sine A, B over sine B, C over sine C, the definition of the law of sine. So when I cross multiply, I have 19.6 sine 68.7 divided by 25.4 equals my sine A. Okay, I'm going to cross multiply. I'm going to solve. I get a number decimal that's less than 1, and I get an angle A that is 46.0 degrees. Okay, now we need to check. We are always checking the supplementary. To whatever angle we just solved for. So in this case, angle A. So what is supplementary to angle A? So I'm going to say 180 minus 46.0. So I'm going to make that 134 degrees. That would be my supplementary angle. And then I'm going to take that number. So this is a possible A2. Okay, but I need to check. So I'm going to take that number and add it to the angle that was given to us. Oh, that's over 200 degrees. Is a second triangle possible? No. Only one triangle possible. This tells us not possible second triangle. Okay, the fact that it's more than 180. So yay, we only have 3 answers. We've already got one. Let's keep going. There is no A1 and A2. So let's keep solving. Can we solve for angle C? So we have angle B. We need angle C. So we're going to say 180 minus 64 minus 68.7. And we get angle C is 65.3 degrees. Okay? Solving for the missing side for little c, we're going to use our law of sine, which is 25.4. So b over sine 68.7. Does that equal c? It will equal 65.3. When you cross multiply and you solve for little c, you should get 24.8 inches. Okay? We've solved it. You can do this. We're going to have some problems for homework. So in 7.2, we're going to do problems. Determine the number of triangles. So in the first few, you're just going to tell me how many triangles are possible. Then we're going to go 7 through 10. All you're giving me is an answer, 0, 1, 2, 0, 1, or 2. Only possible. Problem 7 through 10. Then we're going to do, I like 11 and, okay. So I like 11 and 12 too. So we're going to do 7 through 12. But 7 through 10 is just the one through there. Unknown angles. I have 13 and 14. Oh, I could have just said that. I'm sorry. 35 and 36. So just a few problems to practice using your law of sine. You got this. We'll talk later. Happy Tuesday.